Hello friends, I'm Jules. This is my daily vlog where I braid my hair and talk about things that I am going through, thinking about, and learning. If that sounds good to you, please stick around. So today, I want to talk about some motivations of my own that I am questioning. I have been trying since I have started this. What day is this? I think this might be day 27, day 28. I'm not sure. But anyway, I've been trying to tell stories without implicating anyone, at least anyone that I still know. Like people from decades ago, I feel pretty safe talking about without like giving away who they are in a recognizable way. But yeah, I don't want to cause harm to people, even if I have felt harmed by them. And I'm questioning that motivation. And the reason I'm questioning it is because I listened to a book yesterday and the day before, The Full Catastrophe by Casey Mulligan Walsh. And sorry, I needed coffee. And she tells, it's a memoir. She tells all these stories from her life. And they're a lot of hard stories. And I think about the fact that the people in her life would read this. Like, how did she not blow up her life with her kids and stuff writing this book? But it also was so important that she did tell her story. And she admits that, I mean, she starts the book with a Barbara Kingsolver quote about memory and how fallible it is. I can't remember the exact quote, but just like, it's a tricky thing. Like, it feels so real to us, but we meddle with it every time we recall it, for one thing. The memory shifts and changes over time. And plus, we experience everything through our personal lens of perception, which is colored by everything we've already been through in our lives. Like, our mind creates a lot of the context and meaning behind things, and that may or may not be accurate. And the more I think about this, the less I'm sure that there is even such a thing as accurate, like an objective truth, especially when it comes to people, because everyone is living inside their own reality. And it really is their own reality. Like, I'm not sure you can tease out whether someone, like one person's experience is more true than another's. I don't know. It's so confusing. So anyway, reading her book made me question my own motivations in not telling those sorts of stories. And I've been telling you, and I've been telling myself, that it is because I don't want to hurt the people I'd be telling the stories about. But I'm not entirely sure that's true. I think it's also possible that I'm afraid of being hurt by them when they become angry, when they realize I've been telling stories about them on the internet, which is fair. And I have already destroyed so many of my relationships. I really don't want to end any more of them right now. Even if I wouldn't be doing so on purpose, I think that could be the potential outcome. So, yeah, I haven't decided what I want to do with this conundrum yet. I think I'm just going to let it sit and acknowledge that my motivations may not be 100% pure on this topic. Although I genuinely do not want to hurt people. But I also have to understand that I don't really get to choose what hurts and what doesn't for other people. I mean, not even myself, really. I've been trying. I've been trying to decide what hurts and what doesn't, because I know that our feelings are caused by our thoughts, and our thoughts are caused by our beliefs. So I have been really working on my beliefs so that I can feel differently about situations and people. But it's tricky. It's getting really sticky, because I know that I need to feel my feelings and process them in order to let them out and to heal from them. But if I don't fully validate them because I think that they're there for mistaken reasons, if my reasoning, if the beliefs that created those feelings is faulty, then I don't think those feelings are valid, and then it prevents me from feeling them. And that seems like I am gaslighting myself, which is not cool, right? What do I do with this? I'm really not sure. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and it's like I'm getting way too much in my head about this, but I'm just gonna talk it out with you, because maybe I'll figure something out for myself, and maybe you do the same thing, and we can figure it out together. And if these people that have caused me pain, or that I have felt pain because of their actions, if their intent was never to hurt me, has it been my choice to be in pain all this time? I think it has. I think that means that it's been my choice to be in pain all this time, which is really frustrating. I want to make a different choice. I want to make a different choice. Yeah. Okay. I wrote down, I was really thinking about this last night, and I want to talk about it with you today. How do I both acknowledge that I created these feelings through my own perceptions, and simultaneously validate them as being real feelings and allow them to flow through me? And then I had a whole new thought after all that. It was like a few minutes later. Is all of this doubt about my motivations my ego's new way of trying to deter me from continuing this daily vlog practice? Is this because it wasn't working to give me doubts? Now it's just like tangling me all up in my head about whether my feelings are valid and what I should share and what I shouldn't share. But I think Spirit came through for me to give me an answer in a really strange way yesterday. And I didn't realize it until this morning when I looked it up. Let's see if I can get my hair braided before I have to. Well, no, I'm going to pull it up, and then maybe I can read and braid at the same time. I found 3 spiders yesterday in a very short period of time, like an hour. 2 in my kitchen sink. I caught one and put it outside, and then I came in and filled the dog water bowl and was about to do something else in the sink, and there was another one. Like, it must have been there the whole time. This is like, what? Where'd you come from? It's like, didn't I just put you outside? But it was slightly smaller than the first one, so it was definitely not like a glitch in the matrix. It was different enough that it wasn't the same spider. But and I used to be severely arachnophobic. It did not matter the size of the spider. I would freeze, like completely freeze, be paralyzed. And then suddenly, over the past couple years, it's been dissipating. I am still deeply afraid of the gigantic and aggressive house spiders that live in this area, and I pray not to run into them. They terrify me. But the smaller ones, and even the daddy longlegs, which I also found a daddy longlegs like after the kitchen sink spiders. I went to take a shower, and there was a daddy longlegs up in the corner, which definitely had to go before I got it all steamy in there, because one of my big arachnophobic fears is having spiders in my hair. Like, especially like a wet spider and wet hair. So I got a yardstick, got the spider on the yardstick, and got it outside. But anyway, so I got this from spiritualu.org, and I'll put a link in the description to this page. Spider spiritual meaning centers on creation, patience, and personal power. The spider spins its web entirely from material produced inside its own body, making it a universal symbol for self-generated destiny. Across cultures and centuries, the spider signals that you are the architect of your own reality, not a passenger in someone else's. This ties into my questions about my feelings, doesn't it? Being the architect of my own reality. You are the weaver. Most people wait for life to hand them something. The spider does not wait like that. The bird collects twigs from the world around it, and I did find that nest the other day, and I didn't look up the spiritual meaning of nests. I may do that at the end. We'll see. The spider builds from within. This is the core message the spider carries every time it shows up in your life. You are in a creative phase. Your thoughts, words, and habits are actively weaving your future right now. I think that's always true, but sometimes we're more aware of it than others. The throat and sacral chakra link. Energy healers connect the spider to 2 chakras, the throat, Vishuddha, and the sacral. I am going to butcher these words. Svadhisthana. Both govern creation and self-expression. When the spider appears, ask yourself what you have been holding back. A business idea, a creative project, a hard conversation you keep avoiding. Spider says, stop waiting for permission, build the web. Okay. The spider does not chase flies. It builds the trap, positions itself, and waits. This is not laziness. This is precision. Then it talks about in the Korean tradition about spiders, the morning spider is considered a lucky sign. It means that a welcome guest or good news is traveling towards you. But a night spider means possible theft, financial loss, or unwanted energy entering the home. Keep private plans to yourself. Check who you're trusting with sensitive information. So, and then it talks about what different spiders mean. Oh, and locations. So the bathroom governs purification and release. The spider here asks you to flesh out emotional buildup, unresolved guilt, old grudges, or grief that you have been postponing and are clogging your energy. All those feelings that I am not validating for myself, I clearly need to feel them and flesh them out. And then the kitchen. The kitchen is where raw things become nourishment. Spider here asks what you are feeding your mind and your soul. Low quality content, toxic conversations, or negative self-talk are all forms of poor nutrition. And then daddy long legs hover above the ground on long, fragile legs. They represent perspective and the ability to rise above the drama. They're considered gentle guardians of the home harmony. Black spiders, the two in the sink. Shadow self, protection, do shadow work and guard your secrets. So I think that is my answer, to look at all of these old feelings, validate them, grieve them, process them, purge them. But I think I'm on the right track not talking about them here, at least for now. Maybe once I'm not emotionally charged by them because I've done all the work, maybe I can talk about them in a way that will not feel painful to others, but maybe not. Maybe I won't ever talk about them. That's okay. So yeah, that seems super synchronistic. It was wild to find all three of those spiders within like an hour of each other. And I know it's the time of year, but I don't know if I've ever found that many spiders that close together. That was crazy. I'm so glad that I am not as arachnophobic as I used to be, and that I was able to take them all outside and gently release them. I've heard that house spiders are house spiders and they'll die outside, but that really kind of doesn't make sense to me. Like, there have only been humans living in houses for like a couple hundred years, I think, where I live. How are there already house spiders? Like, spiders have been around for millions of years, and they've already adapted so that there's like whole species that can't live without human dwellings. That doesn't track for me. I'm not sure that's true. So I am gonna look up the bird nest now that I thought of it. Let's see here. Spiritual meaning. Not Mason. Meaning of bird nest. It's also hard to choose which link to click. Indie Spiritualist. I like the name of your website. Let's check you out. Key takeaways. Bird nests symbolize new beginnings and hope, encouraging fresh starts and optimism. They represent home safety and comfort, emphasizing the importance of a secure environment. Nests embody freedom and adventure, inspiring exploration and openness to new experiences. They reflect hard work and perseverance, highlighting dedication to achieving goals. And bird nests are connected to motherhood and nurturing, representing care and protection. Well, I think that is what I need to do for my inner child. Because my inner child is the one that has all these hurt feelings based on probably faulty beliefs. All right. I think that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. I love you. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be wealthy, and may you feel at ease. Until next time. Bye-bye.